Hey guys, this is Fear from EG's Dota 2 division. Here to give you some tips on Alchemist for Razer's Academy. Let's get on into it. Alchemist is probably one of my favorite carry heroes for one simple reason. The fact is, like, an aggressive tri-lane, he's basically, as far as laning choices, he always wants to go easy lane. This hero always played as a carry, wants to go to the easy lane. He can be played as support, but I'm going to show you how to play him as carry today. The reason why he's so versatile and why I love him so much is the fact that if you go aggressive tri-lane versus an Alchemist, Alchemist has a really great skill set to punish heroes going aggressive against him. Unstable Concoction and Acid Spray are very strong, and you can punish teams very heavily for going aggressive against you, because he is not a greedy hero by any means in the laning phase. He can really punish you for over aggressiveness, or if you just have the right lineup, you just can't contest him. The second reason why I love him so much is the fact that he is so strong in a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. If teams decide to dodge you and not go aggressive against you, you can skill up Goblin's Greed here, or Grievil's Greed as they call it in Dota 2, and you can just farm and you will out-farm any hero in the map by far. So no matter what you do, you're playing with fire against this hero, so that's why I love him so much. But for as far as item builds go, you want to start out here with just your standard strength hero items. You want to get a stout shield, some regen, and a couple branches. This will allow you to sustain through the lane without getting harassed completely out of the lane. As far as item builds go, there's so many item builds you can do Alchemists. We can go through like the aggressive item builds, and then we can go through the passive item builds. Let's say, for example, we get aggressive tri-laned down here. The items you want to go for is, I'm always a big fan of Power Treads on Alchemist because his ultimate, it reduces your base attack time, which means any attack speed you add to it will increase it quite exponentially. So getting attack speed items on Alchemist is always great. But as far as getting aggressive tri-lane, you don't want to go a greedy build. You're not going to get in a Battle Fury, you're not going to get a Midas, you're not going to get anything like that. You want to go for a Shadow Blade. And then if you want as well, directly after the Shadow Blade, you can pick up a Medallion. The cool thing about Alchemist's stun right here, it's physical damage. So if you charge this up until like this, until the last second, I don't have anything to throw it on, but once you charge it up like that and then you use Medallion while it's in the middle of the air, it'll reduce their armor and you can toss it and it'll do extra damage. So that's a great combination that you can always use. And if you compare that with being invisible on Shadow Blade and they don't see it coming, you can run around ganking and being very aggressive. But for example, let's say a team does not want to aggressive tri-lane and they're just going to let you farm and you just want to out-farm them. Level up Goblin's Greed. Max that first. If you have no one in your lane, you get total free farm. You can max that out. You can go for a much more greedy item build. You can finish your treads first, and then you can go directly into, basically play like you're an anti-mage. You can get a Battle Fury, and then get a Quelling Blade on top of it, and just farm stacks. Just stack and farm all game, and you will just get incredible amounts of farm. And after 20-25 minutes of that, you'll come out with like 3 item slots. And to go over the best item slots for this hero while we're at it is, starting out, Power Treads. Next item, choice is up to you. You can go to aggressive Shadow Blade build, or you can go for the greedy Battle Fury build. Choice is yours, if you want to be aggressive or if you want to be a farmer. Depends on the situation mostly, but those items are interchangeable. Directly after that, the item you're usually looking for is Assault Cuirass. This will give you attack speed that you desperately need with your ultimate to make it used to its full potential. And on top of that, minus armor stacks with Acid Spray. So in team fights, you're going to be having the enemy team just have very little armor. And you'll be able to slice through them very easily. And it'll give you some armor on top of it because Alchemist has low base armor. That's the priority item for Alchemist. After that, you want to be searching for items such as Abyssal Blade. Once you get your attack speed up, having a bash on top of that will be extremely useful. Once you get your basher up, your Assault Cuirass up, and some attack speed on top of the Battle Fury or the Shadow Blade, up to you, you'll be a complete monster. After that, you probably want to go for the Black King bar. That'll make sure you can get into the fights without getting completely stunned out and not be able to get any damage out. As far as when you want to take fights with Alchemist, it depends on how you want to play it. If you go for the Shadow Blade, you should be looking for kills all the time. If you're going for a Battle Fury, you just want to sit and farm for the entirety of the game basically, unless you want to push, because you have no stealth factor. If you're going a Battle Fury, it's all farm. With Shadow Blade, go gank. So depending on what item build and playstyle you prefer, This is how you should react. You shouldn't make a Shadow Blade and just farm all game. You shouldn't make a Battle Fury and just try to gank all game. It's just no matter what you build, just try to play around that playstyle. I'm EG Fear. This was brought to you by Razer Academy. Thank you for watching. Morphling is one of the harder carries that you can find in Dota. Much like Spectre, Anti-Mage, Phantom Lancer, it needs a lot of time to build up. So you're going to want to put the Morphling in a good, safe lane where he can get farm. The one thing that Morphling can do that a lot of the other hard carries in Dota cannot do is he actually suits very well in the middle lane in some matchups. The fact that he can morph down his strength and just get more agility